Hello guys and girls, welcome back. I'm just going to check the stream is fine. Today I was not going to trade, and I'm not going to trade with my live account. What I'm going to do is I'm going to trade with my proper account, and let's see how things go. So first of all, I just wanted to say guys that thank you for tuning in. And I'm very grateful to be here. So just wanted to see that, yeah, I think there is a delay of 1 second, 2 seconds maximum. Yeah. All right. So let's see. I see in the market now moving towards very bearish. Now, as you remember, guys, I say price might retrace towards these areas, and you got here a support. Let me delineate all of it so you can see that. You got support here on the same high. This is the monthly chart, and price might retrace here to the fair value gap, and when that happens, I think price will start going up. Now, is that going to happen? I don't really know. It's quite far away. It's a big move, and price has been slowly consolidating and moving a bit down if you look at the monthly, but clearly we are bullish in terms of market structure. Now, retracements are very common even if you're in a bullish market structure, and if you go to lower time frames, it looks like we are collapsing completely, but when you look at the higher picture, it's completely a normal retracement. So price might retrace to this fair value gap here. Now, if we go to the weekly, this is ES by the way. Weekly, same story, and it's more into consolidation. So monthly looks a bit more clear than the weekly. Monthly looks like we're bullish, but like price is retracing towards that fair value gap. So this fair value gap here that I previously delineated. Weekly, we had this bearish engulfing candle here, and price has been stuck here for 6 weeks, and we haven't done this shift in market structure towards bearish. Now, it looks like we're going towards that point. Nasdaq is more bearish than ES. I'm focusing on ES, as you guys well know. Now, ignore these delineations, and I will show you later. So this is intermediate term low. That once the intermediate term low is taken, we need to start assessing towards bearish, and obviously you need to stay away from bullish when intermediate term low is taken. This is the weekly. If things go according to plan in terms of the long view, price could come, as I say, this fair value gap, and this is the support I showed in the monthly previously. If we leave this on, let's leave that on. Daily starts giving us a bit more of a clue, but it's a bit harder. If you ignore the higher time frames, you're a bit lost on the daily. I mean, based on today's move, you're bearish. Now, think about it. Last night I made a video that intermediate term lows have been respected. You go one here, one here, one here, and the lows are going higher and higher. That tells me we are bullish, but if I have to be honest, this is more consolidation slash a bit bullish. And in terms of seasonality, July tends to be a quiet month towards bullish. So it looks like we're going towards that way. Now, this move, this candle is a bearish engulfing candle. You can see it takes the high and the low of the previous candle, and the body is bigger, overtakes the previous candle. Here, this line is a shift in market structure. That means we are going towards bearish. Let me mark everything. This green line we don't need to show it because it was delineated here, fair value gap. So what this tells me? This tells me that we're going down. How far are we? Are we going all the way to the final objective? I don't really know. We might not even take this intermediate term low. That I think it looks like we might take it. Now, because today is Friday, and normally Friday doesn't tend to give you those clean moves like a Tuesday or Wednesday can give you. You have to be a bit cautious, but it could be one of those Fridays that make a huge move. So here we have a shift the market structure towards the bearish, and that is a sign that we're going down. Prior to that, I was a bit more towards consolidation slash bullish. Now, this could make a very aggressive move towards the downside. But let's see what happens. Now, 4 hours is all bearish. Let me tell you one thing. Daily is still bullish in terms of market structure, but now this is to be on the sideline and be a bit cautious. It's a bit risky now to take some bearish trades, but obviously if you're making a quick trade and you're good at it and you're very in sync with the market, why not? In terms of mid to long term, you have to be a bit cautious. This could be just a move that is taking sell side liquidity and we keep going into barcode mode. We are in consolidation, right? So I'm just looking, everything is fine. So yeah, I just want to, if you hear some sound like a buzzing, it's like my aircon here. Well, it's not aircon, it's a fan that is making me a bit cold, let's say, a bit pleasant to be here. Because here in the UK it's very hot. Today is not as hot as other days, but I tell you one thing, it was unbearable. The way they build the houses, and if you live on a high floor like I am living, is way hotter than the ground floor, and we don't have any aircon. We have fans only. Having a baby is not that nice, to be honest. Now it's a bit better, but still it's quite hot. So price has taken the sell side here. This is a red flag for me. Why? Because this was a take profit for me. I'm not going to trade with my cash account, definitely not, especially also it's Friday. So my point here is to be very cautious, but I'm going to look for bearish trades. So in terms of my rules, I'm just going to have a quick look. Not all time frames are aligned in the market structure, and there is a very clear bias that goes against long term. In this case, bearish, that we're going against the long term. That is true. Now, I don't have enough data of this type of moves, and today is a good day to have a testing day, but it's just one day. One day is not enough. I would like to have like at least 20, minimum 10 days, and proper assess those 10 days, 20 days, that at least you have something to see what happened during those days. Now I'm looking into this, and it's a situation that I will avoid. Now I might push a bit for it because for me it's a clear bearish, but there is another red flag for this. Why? Because we got overnight move, including London, is over 70% of the daily ADR. So having that, the ADR is 75, let's say, and you take the overnight, we start overnight around 6 p.m. and let's say this all the way down here. Yeah, 79.50 is like let's say 100% move, and that is something I don't like. I'm going to wait for the open. I'm not very enthusiastic. might take a train and go London to play poker. Ten minutes to open. Let me show you NQ. This is NQ on the top and this is ES at the bottom. By the way, we are creating SMT. This is a bullish SMT. If NQ fails to take the low of today's day, we will have a bullish SMT. Just to let you know. Let's do the analysis on NQ. Monthly. Monthly is very clear to me. We are going towards this fair value gap. Got here support. As I show you in ES, market structure is bullish. Now, this is something natural. If you look at the lower time frames, when you see a shift in market structure or a breakout towards the higher, price sometimes has to retrace, and it's healthy to see these retracements and after keep following the trend. And this is what's happening now. It's happening on the monthly. It takes a long time to be formed, and obviously I think people, when they don't do analyze on the higher time frames, you could get a bit blinded and don't really see what is going on the big picture. So for me, it's a clear retracement on NQ. It's not bearish. At the same time, I will say it's bearish for a very short period of time. And obviously, if you look at the 1 hour or even below, it looks like you could take so many trades going bearish. But on the monthly, it's like, yes, maybe another month to fill this and start going up. Not even another month, but who knows? Like it might drop a bit, fill the fair value gap, and in August we're bullish again. But I will say September we start going bullish. But this is going to ahead of ourselves because we are day traders, and it's good to know this because this is the base of everything. Weekly here compared with ES. If you look at ES here at the bottom, clearly ES is a very clear consolidation. NQ is telling me we're going to break this low. And once we break this intermediate and low, this is a proper shift in market structure, and it's happening on the weekly. On top of that, we got a bearish engulfing candle on the weekly. If I look this high, yeah. I think for me it's very clear. Yeah, NQ is way more clear than ES. And daily we already have a shift in market structure, and I think it's very clear, like once we take this low here, that we are so close. It's like I will put an alarm. I will really put an alarm to be cautious about it and say sell side liquidity taken. Be careful. Because we are trading in ES. 4 hour. I mean, look at this. Now, I'm going to explain in a bit what is the reason. I mean, so 4 hour market structure is bearish. Daily market structure is bearish. Weekly is going to become bearish. So we got nearly all aligned. Now, this is a tricky point that when I'm talking, I'm thinking about it. That the goal is this fair value gap in the monthly. Monthly will not give me a bearish market structure. To do so, it will, if this thing keeps dropping, it has to go all the way down. That's not going to happen unless something completely crazy happens on the market in the next few weeks and keeps dropping like crazy. Now, having all aligned bearish is super difficult. We will have to be in a bearish market for a long period of time to be able to align all time frames from 4 hour all the way to monthly. So that's not going to happen anytime soon. Now, from the other point, as you have to be dynamic with the market, is Nasdaq is moving faster than ES and is dropping way faster. Monthly has a goal, a target that is going to go towards filling this fair value gap. So we are bearish. I know the market structure is bullish, but we are bearish. Weekly, we're going to break here. Once we break there, weekly market structure, you can call it bearish. Now, daily is already bearish. 4 hour is bearish. Okay? So now, putting all that on the table, we are moving from consolidation to a bearish market, right? Now, ES is a bit different because ES is holding a bit more than NQ. So when I put all of that, I will say that it's good to take a bearish trade. I'm going to stay away from my cash account and I'm happy to do so. Now, I think today it could be a nice bearish day. It could happen. Maybe 10 a.m. news. Who knows? Let's see. Now, I'm done with the analysis of the market, and NQ is very clear for me. ES is not as clear as NQ. Now, I'm in a situation where looking at NQ, I'm more confident with ES to take a short. So yeah, that's my point. Okay. I think I'm going to take the risky, if you can call it risky. Now, this is the objective. Once we take here, that's it. So now I need to look at 15 minutes. So 15 minutes here, there is a fair value gap, and we could make an entry there, and we put all on the line there. Yeah, we put all on the line. I think this will be the best. Still is. Come for it, guys. Twenty-four seconds. Maybe this could, you could short here. That would be very risky. Very risky. I mean, you cannot call that a version of candle, that one. I mean, this is a conservative entry in a way, but like, shit, I mean, short in here, having this fair value gap just above you, I don't know. My hold, I put the limit order, there's not much to do for me, guys. Okay, NQ is moving way faster, higher. I need to get some food. That's one bullet, I'm done. Most of that is done. And we are back. I don't hit very well 930 entries, gosh. So annoying. Yes, this looks very bearish to me. I don't know how much we can drop. But once we take this up, I will be very cautious. I mean, there was a very nice entry here, 10.15. Maybe tilted. We're too close from the objective. That's the thing. But yeah, this is a clear bearish day. The things I don't like is the overnight with London has done over 70% of the ADR, average daily range. And it's Friday also. I don't really like Fridays normally. It's a take profit for the big traders there. So this is a week without trading. First time I done it since I solidify my strategy. But obviously it's summer now. It's a situation where we're so close from the take profit that I have to be cautious, and obviously NQ has taken the sell side liquidity that I delineated before. It looks like sometimes Fridays give you good entry before the opening of New York. 8 a.m. 8:40. Give a good entry. I need to check my stats. I'm not going to trade, guys. I'm going to leave it like that. The only thing I will trade maybe if we do a reversal, we go here and revert. That is a good sign for bearish. We just touched the breaker block. Yeah, that looks like we're going all the way down. Now, what is the objective? How far are we going? I don't know. It's very risky. One of the things that I think the market is dropping is because maybe they might increase interest rates in the midterm. Not anytime soon, but there is a probability it might happen mid to long term. They might increase the interest rates. Also, the price of oil and the Iran situation doesn't help either. Yeah, now we are in a situation, if you want to make a trade, you have to wait for 10 a.m. news unless you see a clear sign, you have to wait for the 10 a.m. news. And be very cautious that on Fridays price is dead sometimes. They make the move. That blue box is the 15-minute fair value gap. To be honest, I saw the entry just before the opening, like, you know, around 8:30. You could start making moves. Okay, guys, I'm going to stay away from the markets. Good luck and take care.